Hello guys, this is Vignesh Krishnan from Lone Hawk Studios, and a very happy new year to one and all present here. Well, not present here, but who are watching this video. Okay, in this video I'm gonna give you a basic introduction on the node editor in Blender. Well, actually my idea was to put up a tutorial on how to make grass in Blender, but it involves a, how can I say that, um, you know usage of the node editor, which can get quite confusing. Where is that? I'm sorry, wait, I'll show you. Yeah, that's the that's the node editor. Well, actually I want to do this tutorial, but since this looks very complex, I came up with an idea of giving an introduction of how this works. It's because a lot of people find it very difficult to use the node editor. Okay, I'll switch to the other one. Alright, great. So what is a node editor? Well, a node editor is an editor window in Blender, which allows you to how can I say that, assign materials. You can do that on the material tab, but the thing is that it does not give you a wide variety of options or flexibility. So I think you get that. So if you want to do fancy stuff, if you want to add more detail, if you want to add more realism, you need to go and use the node editor. Okay, a lot of people avoid using this, but if you want to be a professional 3D designer, it is highly important that you learn to use the node editor. Alright, let's get started. Okay, let's delete the default lamp and the cube. Okay, so select, delete, select and delete. Okay, let's get started. Let's add a sphere to this scene. Shift, I'll turn on screencast. Wait a second. So that you'll be more comfortable in. Sorry. Yeah, there it is. Screencast keys. Save user settings. And okay, now you'll be able to see whatever I'm doing here. Okay, now let's add a sphere to this scene, and to do that press Shift A and go UV sphere. Okay, that is the sphere. Let's improve the topology of that sphere by adding a subdivision surface modifier. If you don't know how to use this or what it does, you can see my other video, which gives a basic introduction to adding objects and working with materials and all those basic stuff. Okay, let's press T to open the tools and smoothen it up. Okay, now we have our standard sphere. Okay, let's add a material. Generally, to add a material, what you can do is that go to the material tab here and press the new button, and now this adds a material. By default it is the diffuse, but you can add different materials. Well, the thing is that you can add multiple materials to the same object by using the mix shader. Where is that? Yeah, but it looks very complex when you do this here, so we'll be shifting to the node editor right away. Okay, to open the node editor, just you see these three triangle like lines. Click and hold it, which splits the window, and then come over here, which shows the current editor type. Click this and select the node editor. Well, you will see this nodes. Well, if you have not assigned a material, you will not get this, so just make sure you have a material assigned. Okay, so how this node editor works is that you have different nodes, okay, and each node is connected. So for this we have a diffuse material which is connected to the output node. So this one is connected to this. I'm sorry. This one is connected to the surface node here, and this means that the surface of this material, I mean this object, will have a diffuse material to it. So I think that gives you a basic idea of how that works. Now let's add another material to this. Press Shift A. This Shift A is the standard thing for adding anything to your workspace. So press Shift A and then select shader, and this time I'm gonna add a glossy shader. Okay. Before that, let's add a light source, shall we? Okay, I'm gonna add a light source so that you will get an idea of how that looks. Press jump into front view, press Shift A and add a sun. Okay, sun will do. Sun. Just click, bring the sun up here, move it and rotate it so that it falls on it. Make sure it's perfect. Alright. Set the intensity to 4 or something like that. This is just for trial purposes, so we need not worry about the lighting. Okay, now if we jump into the okay, now if we jump into the rendered mode, we have the diffuse connected to the output. Okay, so it will render only with the diffuse material. So press this and go into rendered view, and so we're getting an object with a diffuse material. The other side is dark because the light is shining from this direction and not from the bottom. So that, okay, now let's jump back into the solid mode and let's just see what happens when we remove this one and connect the glossy material to the output. So to disconnect any node, hold Control left mouse button and drag it over here and cut it. Now this one will not have any material because there are no nodes connected to the material output. So if I render, I'm getting a black thing. So that's not what we want. Okay, now let's connect this glossy to the output. Okay, now it has a glossy property, and when you render, it gives a glossy thing. Well, it does not really look good, does it? Okay, now what we're gonna do is cut this one as well, and we're gonna mix these two shaders to give a material that is a mixture of diffuse and glossy. To do that, press Shift A and then select Mix Shader. Okay, what this Mix Shader does is that it has input for both two shaders. It mixes these two shaders and creates a material, and when I connect this to the surface output, it assigns a material that is a mixture of these two shaders. Okay, let's see what that does, shall we? Click this one, drag it, and do one here and do one here. So we have a material that is a mixture of both these. Come here and get into rendered mode. See, so you have a material that has both the diffuse property and the glossy property as well. In order to change the parameters, if you want it to be more gloss, you can reduce the roughness. Well, if you want more diffuse, you can increase the roughness. The choice is all yours. You can see that the material property changes. Okay, so that's with it, and you can play you can play with the node editor to do all kind of fancy stuff. Well, this is just a standard sphere, but there's a lot of options in the node editor. For example, let's say, yeah, there are a lot of things. Okay, texture, coordinate, attribute, light path, Fresnel, layer weight, RGB. RGB is nothing but a color value. So let's just it adds the color property to whatever you want. So if you wanted to have a glossy thing, yeah, see, you get an idea, right? It has a blue gloss and a white material. something like that. You can have a lot of options to play with. Also, there's this thing called the particle info node. Where is it? Particle info, where are you? I'm sorry, I'm missing it. Shader output. Here it is. Okay, this particle info node is a huge, uh, a boon for 3D designers or animators, because I mean, you'll find this very useful when you're working with particles. Okay, like if you're making your object to emit sparks or something like that, you can assign material properties, age or lifetime. It relates to age, for example. Okay, how can I say that? Alright, if your object emits particles, for say sparks, and if you want your sparks to be yellow at the time of their birth, and then gradually turn to red or orangish color at the time of the death of the particle. Death is the time at which it disappears from the screen. You can use these nodes like location or lifetime, and then add a color ramp. Oh, I'm missing it. Yeah, color ramp to define the color values. Like initially it's yellow and then it turns to red. I'm not gonna show you how that works here because it's beyond the scope of this tutorial. It would be too boring. Okay, let's get back to experimenting. Let's select delete. Okay, what else I'm gonna show you is that we'll be using a lot of translucent shaders as well. If when you're working with nature or something like that, when you're making grass or something, like grass is not just green. Okay, it has a lot of properties to it. Well, it allows a little bit of yellowish sunlight to pass through, so you may need to use the translucent shader as well. Let's plug it into the mix shader. Okay. Okay, you get a translucent-ish material. You can alter the color of the translucency. Translucency, I hope you know what that means. If you don't know, it's nothing but it partially allows light to pass through. It's neither completely opaque nor fully transparent. Okay, that I think that gives an idea. Likewise, you can mess with this. Let's add a transparent shader and give it a yellow color again. I'm just playing with these nodes, not really. Yeah. Okay, so you get an idea. Well, basically, my idea was not to make anything in this tutorial or something like that. I just wanted to give you a very basic introduction on how the node editor works, so that you will not find it difficult when we make something like this for our grass scene which we will be making. I tried it and it came up pretty much wonderfully. Oh, I'm sorry, there's some awful camera. Okay, I'll be uploading this tutorial in a day's time or so, but I don't know. Just okay. Thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe our YouTube channel, and you can also follow us on Facebook. I provided the link on the YouTube video's description. Also, you can view our tutorials or read the text version of the tutorials if you're too lazy to watch the video at www.lonehawkstudios.com. There you can also download the finished blend files for any tutorial so that you can experiment with it as well. I provided the link for that in the description as well. Thanks for watching, guys.